The best way to understand the concept of trade is by using a simple hypothetical example. Suppose the following table describes the production possibilities for the United States for two goods, smartphones and smartphone apps. If we assume the U.S. has only 40 hours available to produce both goods, we could show the information from the table in a diagram by placing one good on the horizontal axis and the other good on the vertical axis. The resulting production possibilities frontier, or PPF, shows all the possible combinations of smartphones and apps the U.S. could produce. For example, one potential combination could be 5 smartphones and 10 apps, which the U.S. could produce if it splits the 40 hours evenly, using 20 hours to produce each good. If the U.S. does not trade with any other country, then this production combination would also be the most smartphones and apps its citizens could consume. But the U.S. could trade with other countries. Would trading with another country allow Americans to consume more of these two goods than without trade? Suppose the United States considers trading with China, whose production possibilities are described by the following table. For simplicity, let's again assume that before trade, China divides its resources evenly in producing each good, producing 4 smartphones and 2 apps. Could the U.S. and China consume more by trading with each other? It's not obvious, but they could. Let's take a look. The U.S. can produce both goods at a much faster pace than China. In economics, we say that the United States has an absolute advantage over China in producing both goods. Therefore, one could easily see why China would like to trade with the U.S., but not so much the other way around. But as it turns out, both countries can benefit from trade, even if one country has an absolute advantage in producing both goods. To understand how, we need to introduce the concept of comparative advantage.